Today, I'm going to be deciding who I think is the better player from the 2019 NBA draft between Zion Williamson.
No. Get it done.
You need to stop everything. This needs to stop now. This is not okay.
And Ja Morant.
Morant against McConnell. Pick and roll. Morant. Oh, my word.
Let's start things off with Zion Williamson. Zion is averaging 26 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists a game on 60% from the field, 71 from free throw, 36 from 3 on low attempts. Before he got hurt with a hamstring strain, Zion has been on a tear in the last 10 games, averaging 30.3 points per game with a career high of 43 points on over 66% from the field against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Obviously, Zion passes the eye test, as does Ja Morant, but Zion is a really special case because his play makes him extremely difficult to stop. Most teams in the NBA and most teams the Pelicans have played against when Zion is on the floor, he can't be stopped going to the rim. He has one of the best first steps in basketball, and he is so big and physical that when he starts catching speed towards the basket, well, I'll just let D-Lo explain since he said it the best.
Yeah, I mean, just ran through my guy, took the ball. He's playing football, we playing basketball. We can't touch him or guard him, so good for him.
Even with his unique play style of being so fast and athletic with a better handle than a lot of off-ball guards in the NBA, while being so strong, he still manages to get foul calls because of his ability to adapt. Does he get all the calls he should? That's up for debate. He is also really elite in bully ball situations and is one of the best paint scorers in the league. Literally second best. Defensively, he can get high, but undoubtedly is still developing on that end of the ball. Also, point Zion with the inverted pick and rolls when the Pelicans play small is something the league just hasn't adjusted to yet because it really screws defensive play up. Nobody hedges off screens anymore, and because of that, it just gives Zion free one-on-one towards the basket because they just play drop coverage, and you can't give Zion one-on-one. Now let's talk about Ja Morant. Ja is averaging 27 points, 6 rebounds, and 8 assists a game on 45% from the field, 75 from free throw, 31 from 3. Ja is like if Derrick Rose and Allen Iverson had a baby and Kobe Bryant occasionally babysat him. He's a facilitator. He's one of the better passers in the NBA. What he is elite in, though, is his first step, like Zion's, but more importantly, his ability to finish at the rim with someone getting big in the paint while making it look like a quality, efficient, and easy take. Ja Morant is so incredibly talented at finishing at the rim with someone guarding it inside the paint. It doesn't matter if it's Rudy Gobert, if he was in Utah being the defensive player of the year, if they stand in the restricted area, if they fill the boxes up with 2 bigs, if it's a zone, it genuinely doesn't matter. He will put you on a poster. His vertical is too high. He's super athletic, but he also has the ability to punish you if you don't play up on him at the perimeter because he can drain the 3. He also has an elite mid-range. Now let's talk about the differences between Zion and Ja. In a weird way, they both play kind of similarly since they both have a common goal in mind, which is to make defenders look silly at the rim. And if there's no lane, they'll just kick it out using their elite court vision and playmaking ability. You could argue, though, that one is a little better than the other when it comes to the playmaking kick-out aspect of their basketball game. With Ja Morant, point Zion is something that Ja can't top. Yes, Ja is literally a point guard, but Zion adds another layer of depth bringing the ball to the wing because he's so big and fast. He has so many options, and as a defender, it is really hard to stop every single option, which makes it a pick-your-poison type beat. Are you going to let him drive at the rim for free in a 1v1, or are you gonna let him bring it to the free throw line, collapse 3, and then he gets a free kick out to the corner? Or are you gonna let him bring it to the free throw line, cut off his right lane by stepping in front of him and bringing a second defender in, but then he just spins on you and finishes with his left anyways? Or are you gonna let him just bulldoze you and then finish with the right hand and get a foul call? However, Zion's game is still developing. Ja's is too, as he gets better and better every game, don't get me wrong, but Zion still has very little consistency outside the paint. He barely pulls up jump shots, and we've seen that when teams do know how to stop point Zion, he struggles heavily. All they do is load up the paint with size and have someone who can play 1 through 5 guard Zion so they can fight through screens and keep him at bay before he makes his first step. A great example is when they play Memphis. They put Dylan Brooks on him. He can play 1 through 5 on the screens. He's really good at staying in front of Zion, and if Zion does get past him, they got Jaren Jackson and Steven Adams down there to stop him from finishing at the rim. Ja doesn't have that problem because he can put one in your mouth. Simply put, he'll drain a 3 on you or play through his ability to pass the ball in tight spaces to his teammates. Listen, this one was extremely tough to decide, but the player I would rather have is Zion Williamson. Ja is incredible, and he has already proven himself, but Zion has the potential to change the league with the way he's playing, and he is already playing at an MVP caliber level. I think if you want a true point guard who can catch people off the dribble and enable their shooters, you take Ja Morant. But if you want someone who can play like Giannis or Shaq and make it near impossible to get stopped in the paint, you take Zion. And players like that are dangerous and win a lot. If you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace.